The right data drives better visibility and decision-making. Custom fields in Gembaa let you capture and store information your organization needs. This ensures you have the right information for each record, making the platform more intuitive and aligned with your workflows. This also enables advanced filtering, analysis, and even reporting capabilities across the platform. Let's dive into navigating custom fields. To do so, click on the gear icon on the upper right corner to access Admin. Then head into Entities if you're not there yet in the navigation bar. Each module has its own tab, meaning you can configure module-specific custom fields. For this example, we'll focus on Projects. Navigate to the Projects tab and scroll to the Field Configuration section, where all standard and custom fields live. To add a field, click on the Add Field button on either the Main or Context section. Whichever you pick, you can always move the field to either later on. We'll discuss more on these sections in a bit. For now, I'll click on Add Field in the Main section, and I will create a field called Classification. Here, you could also choose the field type. For example, there are rich text, drop-down number, priority, links, and many more. And then click on Add. After, a side panel opens where you can configure general information such as the field name and the field description, and head into Specifications. The relevant settings or specifications to customize your field will be shown here, which may vary depending on the selected field type. There are a few things we could do for the dropdown. We could either tag it as a multi-select option to allow users to select multiple items or display as a tag. You'll see on-screen 2 screenshots to compare how it looks like if it's displayed as a tag. In our case, we'll tick the checkbox so we could differentiate the values with the colors. You could also set default values once you have drop-down items already. If you don't select a value, it will show empty by default. So for now, we're going to be adding the drop-down items. You can also choose the colors per item. This allows you to configure and customize your field. And then simply click on Update. Now let's return to Gembaa, and in the Projects table, on the rightmost or last column, we can see that the new custom field we've created now appears and it's ready for use. Since projects support inline editing, we can double-click and we can now add in our classification custom field per row. And when we open Project Phoenix Details, we can see that in the main context, we have here a new field called Classification with the value of Strategic. It's also important to note that you can customize or configure your field layout. Going back to the Field Configuration section, take note that some fields may have a lock icon, meaning they are pre-configured by Gembaa and cannot be deleted. You'll see the 2 sections we mentioned earlier, the main and the context, which are what appear in the Details pane. As you can see on screen on the screenshot, the main section or the left column is displaying primary details. It's bigger in width and is made for the primary details, while the context section, the right column, smaller in width, shows all other additional information in the Details pane. You can also rearrange the order of the fields to prioritize important information across these sections. Moving on, let's edit and delete a custom field. To edit, you can simply click on the arrow icon on the rightmost side of the field. This shows the same panel when we created custom fields, and you can edit the necessary information here. And to delete, you can click on the ellipsis icon beside the arrow on the left and click on Delete. Great, we're almost done. Sharing with you a few best practices when managing custom fields. First is to plan and create them before your team start working to avoid confusion and redundant setup. Second, use consistent naming aligned to your company's lingo to improve adoption and clarity. And lastly, configure field-level permissions for each custom field, ensuring the right users can view or edit specific information based on the role. A separate video will be created on how the field-level permissions work.